What if the biggest threat wasn't a monster, but your own mind? Imagine quitting your dream job only to discover someone has stolen your identity, created a perfect version of you, and somehow knows your life better than you do. That's exactly what happens in Perfect Blue, one of the most disturbing psychological anime films ever made. The story follows Mima, a popular idol singer who decides to leave her music group behind and pursue a career in acting. At first, it seems like a normal career change, but things quickly take a dark turn. Fans are shocked by her decision, critics begin judging her new image, and a mysterious website appears online that documents her daily life in incredible detail, written as if she wrote it herself. The terrifying part? She never touched the website. As Mima's acting career grows, strange events begin surrounding her. Threatening messages arrive, people connected to her career start dying, and she constantly feels like she's being watched. But the real nightmare begins when she starts seeing another version of herself, the cheerful, innocent idol she used to be. This ghostly version appears throughout the movie, mocking her choices and reminding her of the person she once was. The genius of Perfect Blue is that it doesn't simply tell a story about a stalker. It traps the audience inside Mima's deteriorating mental state. Dreams blend into reality, television scenes become indistinguishable from real events, and every answer creates even more questions. As the mystery deepens, everyone becomes a suspect. Is the obsessive fan behind everything? Is someone from her management manipulating her? Or is something far more complicated happening beneath the surface? The film masterfully builds tension by making viewers question every scene they watch. Just when you think you've figured out what's happening, the story pulls the rug out from under you and forces you to rethink everything. The deeper Mima falls into confusion and paranoia, the more viewers experience the same feelings alongside her. Reality begins breaking apart completely, and the line between truth and illusion almost disappears. Every strange moment, every unsettling encounter, and every seemingly random clue gradually comes together in one of anime's most unforgettable climaxes. The final act reveals that the true horror isn't simply violence or murder, it's obsession, identity, and the dangerous desire to preserve a fantasy version of another person. What makes the ending so powerful is that it refuses to hand viewers easy answers. Even after the credits roll, people continue debating what was real, what was imagined, and what deeper message the film was trying to communicate. Some fans believe it's a story about the psychological damage caused by fame, while others see it as a warning about losing your identity in the face of public expectations. Both interpretations work, which is exactly why Perfect Blue remains one of the most discussed anime films ever created. Directed by Satoshi Kon, the movie influenced countless psychological thrillers that followed and proved that anime could tell mature, complex stories capable of rivaling any live-action film. It's the kind of movie that gets even better on a second viewing because you'll suddenly notice clues hidden in plain sight the entire time. If you're looking for an anime that challenges your perception, keeps you guessing until the very end, and stays in your mind long after you've finished watching, Perfect Blue is an absolute masterpiece and one of the greatest psychological thrillers ever made. But if you think that's where Perfect Blue's psychological rabbit hole ends, trust me, we've barely scratched the surface, because once you stop looking at the movie as a story about Mima and start looking at it as a story about the audience itself, the entire film transforms into something even more unsettling. Think about it. Throughout the movie, we're constantly watching Mima. We observe her private moments. We analyze her decisions. We question her mental state. We try to figure out what she's thinking. In a strange way, we're doing exactly what many of the characters inside the movie are doing. We're spectators. We're observers. We're consuming her life from a distance. And that realization creates one of the most uncomfortable layers hidden inside the entire film. What if the movie isn't just criticizing obsession within its story? What if it's also quietly criticizing our obsession as viewers? Suddenly, every scene feels different. Suddenly, every moment where we're trying to dissect Mima's behavior starts looking suspicious. Because the movie understands something fundamental about human nature. People are fascinated by watching other people. Reality television became popular because of this. Social media exploded because of this. Celebrity culture thrives because of this. Humans are naturally curious about the lives of others. But Perfect Blue asks a dangerous question. At what point does curiosity become intrusion? At what point does admiration become obsession? At what point does fandom stop being healthy? And those questions become more relevant every year. Today, millions of people follow influencers, streamers, actors, musicians, and internet personalities. Many feel like they genuinely know these people. They know what they eat, where they travel, who they date, what they think. But do they really? Or are they simply consuming a carefully constructed image? That's the exact trap many characters fall into throughout Perfect Blue. They don't love the real person. They love the idea of the person, and that's a massive difference. The movie repeatedly shows how dangerous idealization can become when reality inevitably fails to match fantasy. What's even more fascinating is that Mima herself begins struggling with this exact problem. She starts questioning which version of herself is authentic. The cheerful idol everyone remembers? The serious actress she's trying to become? Or something else entirely? And honestly, this might be one of the reasons the film resonates so strongly with viewers. Most people experience some version of this identity conflict during their lives. Maybe not on a celebrity scale, but the feeling itself is familiar. The pressure to meet expectations, the fear of disappointing people, the uncertainty of personal growth. Every major life change creates a small identity crisis. New job, new school, new relationship, new city. Suddenly, the person you were yesterday doesn't perfectly match the person you're becoming tomorrow. Perfect Blue takes that universal experience and turns it into psychological horror. That's why the movie feels so personal. It's not really about fame. Fame is simply the magnifying glass that makes the conflict impossible to ignore. Now here's another detail that deserves attention. Have you ever noticed how often the movie deliberately makes viewers feel lost? Most filmmakers spend enormous amounts of time making sure audiences understand exactly what's happening. Perfect Blue does the opposite. It wants confusion, it wants uncertainty, it wants viewers constantly questioning their assumptions. And that creative decision is incredibly important because confusion isn't a side effect of the story. Confusion is the story. Every time you lose track of reality, you're sharing Mima's experience. Every time you doubt your interpretation of a scene, you're feeling the same uncertainty she feels. The movie isn't showing psychological instability from the outside, it's simulating it from the inside. That's an incredibly difficult thing to accomplish in filmmaking, which is one reason critics continue praising the movie decades after its release. But here's where things become even more interesting. Notice how the movie rarely relies on traditional horror techniques. There are very few jump scares, very few monsters, very few moments designed purely to shock. Instead, the film creates discomfort through uncertainty, through implication, through suggestion. It plants questions inside your mind and allows those questions to grow. And sometimes the things we imagine are far scarier than anything a filmmaker could directly show us. That's why some viewers finish the movie feeling disturbed even when they can't fully explain why. The fear isn't coming from what they witnessed. It's coming from what the movie made them think about afterward. That's a powerful form of storytelling, but by the end, we realize the movie has been watching us the entire time. And perhaps Perfect Blue's greatest horror is realizing the line between reality and illusion was never truly there.